sports,
Anime.
Media entertainment.
The whole world, look around you. Look at this. We created this.
What's good, y'all? It's the same Convo Boys back with another episode. It's Carlil, Kenny, and Bamba. Today, I got the sports segment, and let's go ahead and start it off. I want to touch real quick on the issues that's been going on with Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook has started, and him and his wife have started clapping back to a lot of sports analysts and people on social media with basically dragging and harassing their names. And their family has also received death threats, just because of his quality of play. I won't say he's been playing bad because he's had a nice past couple games, but over the entirety of the season, he has been playing bad. So my first question to y'all about the Russell Westbrook situation is, do y'all think him and his wife were wrong about clapping back to the social media about, just the harassment he's received from, sports analysts like Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith, and then social media, Westbrook is trending almost every Lakers game. So do y'all think he's that's the first question. Do y'all think he's wrong for starting to clap back at, the fans and analysts?
But you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I'll let you go first.
Well, how can you be wrong for defending yourself, for one?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he's wrong. Has he earned the title of Westbrook? Maybe. He has been shooting very poorly. And just to play on his name. I did see the interview with him. He really takes his name personal. Well, I guess your name is personal, but he takes his name very serious because of his son too, who has a lot of pride in his name. But I get it. Like, being in the public eye could be hard because we all criticize players when they have bad games. We all do it. I never thought of the impact of, like, his wife is there and his kids are there, his mom is there, like granny there and all that stuff, and people like cussing out him, saying out his name and stuff like that. I never thought about that before until he brought it up. I'm like, that is kind of messed up. They came to have fun and support Russell as a person, as an individual, not just as a basketball player. And to just feel like the whole world is shitting on you probably does feel pretty bad. And you probably don't want to be around that type of energy. You probably wouldn't want to have your son around that either.
Facts.
So I get it. I definitely get it.
Bambi.
I think I agree with a lot of what Kenny said. I don't think it's wrong to defend yourself, especially when you're being attacked. And it's I understand it more on the side of his wife than Westbrook, and this is why. Because I feel like as an athlete, he pays a lot of attention to what's going on, like in the stands while he's in the game. And as an athlete, you understand that fans are going to be emotional. They're there to support you, like, at the beginning. But if you fucking up, fans, like, when they get drunk and they're there, they're pissed, they're going to let you have it. I just feel like, the Westbrook, the chance didn't start now. It's been going on for a minute.
Fact.
Maybe now, like, everything, is bottling up, like the finger is pointed on him for a lot of things. And, everything is getting to him, but you can never blame somebody for defending themselves or feeling them some type of way where they're being attacked or harassed, especially with their names.
Yeah, and I definitely agree. But, that the reason I asked the question, is it wrong for him to defend himself? Because you got sports analysts like Shannon Sharp that believes, like, Russell Westbrook should most definitely defend his family and his name. Because at the end of the day, death threats aren't cool, because you're taking it to another realm that's above basketball. But he was saying, as far as his play, he shouldn't have nothing to say about his play because he's been playing terrible. If he wants to defend his play, he needs to play better. So do y'all agree on that aspect, or do you feel like in defending his game, he's still okay to do that even though he's been playing bad?
I mean, yeah, you definitely. If you want to, I mean, at the end of the day, your game speaks for itself.
Mhm.
So if you really want to, because one thing too, I feel like that's especially why the attention is drawn to Westbrook is because of his response to the criticism when it comes to his game.
Facts.
You've been lacking for years, but you will never let somebody say anything about you. So like when it comes to him, defending supposed I mean he can't defend his game right now. He can't. Like it's never okay for sure to get death threats and over basketball and all of that. But at the end of the day, I mean, come on, bro.
I feel that.
I don't know how you can say he can't defend his game. I don't know. I feel like
so he's basically like Shannon Sharp basically says like you can't play bad and basically say like there's a reason behind it or try to like argue it back against the fans about them coming at you for how you are playing. The only response to that is to play better.
And also especially for his case for Russell Westbrook, have you seen his post game interviews?
Yeah. This man, he's been acting very honest.
Yeah, I think that's the part that that's what I'm mainly focusing at when it comes to everything. Because nobody can blame you for having like like terrible games or terrible stretch. It happens. Like we've seen it. We've seen some of our favorite players come a full year. Like it was not their year, and then next year they came and they bounced back. So potentially Russell Westbrook can bounce back, but there is a certain tone and a certain response you should have when you're given a certain because they give you a lot of money to get you. Not only just a lot of money, we gave a basically Lakers future right now.
Right, 44.
To recover from this, it's gonna take us years.
he's like what, top 5 most paid in the NBA right now?
Hey, wait, I don't know where he at, but he's too paid for what he's giving us right now.
And the thing, like you said, like bounce back or just like, but with the case of Russell Westbrook, because he's been on a few teams these past few years, there's this trend that I've kind of seen, and I saw it in Washington too. While Bradley Beal was out, because while Bradley Beal was out, they thought they weren't getting to the playoffs. Russell Westbrook, these past few years have had, even with Houston, with James Harden, has had terrible first halves of the season. But then you roll into the second half, he starts picking up the pace. Whatever team he's playing on fits to his rhythm. And they, get, like I said, nobody thought the Wizards was going to the playoffs after Bradley Beal exited, because that's that man at a point was averaging 37 points per game last year. You feel me? And then now, like but Westbrook was able to get that Wizards team to the playoffs. And so that's what's kind of, I had the idea in my head that Westbrook was going to turn up the second half of the season like he always has, or how he has in recent years. But it just feels like he's like he had a 30-point game the other day. But then after that, he had a 5. Like in a Houston Rockets loss, he scored 30 points. Then he had 5 points in the win against the Washington Wizards. You know what I mean? Like he's just not very. The consistency is lacking. So let me ask y'all this, and I'm gonna end this little spiel on Russell Westbrook. Do y'all see Russell Westbrook returning to the Lakers next year? Yes or no?
Next year, I hope not. I hope not. Honestly, I don't know why we got rid of Rondo. Rondo should have been starting the way this is.
I think honestly, can I be honest? I feel like if we because we're all Lakers fans, I think that let's remind people real quick. But the coach, can we talk about him too?
Can Vogel?
Yeah, can he go too? Like
you want Vogel to go?
You want Vogel out there?
I want him to go. I really do. I think a lot of blame has to be put on his shoulders too.
Did you see the so when I was watching Undisputed the other day, there's skepticism that Frank Vogel is going to be fired after this season, and they're going to try to hire Phil Jackson. Which again, Phil Jackson, 75.
There is a what?
Phil Jackson is 75 years old.
Coming out of retirement?
That's what I'm saying. That's the skepticism, because they said because Phil Jackson has been a ghost to Lakers arenas for a little bit, and he'll only like every blue moon, but he's been showing up more recently and hanging out with his ex-fiance Jeannie Buss and everything. Like, again,
it sounds like some anime shit.
facts. But again, Phil Jackson has actually had a bad history with LeBron, so I don't think that's going to happen because they haven't gotten along in the past. And
wait. Where do you get that from? Like, why? What is the history on that?
You said
why? When haven't they gotten along? Like, when have they had a chance to get along? Or
not in a setting to where like Phil Jackson was the coach and LeBron was the player, but in a setting to where like Phil Jackson has been really critical over LeBron, over his career, and then LeBron doesn't like that. But he also, I guess, when Phil Jackson was the general manager of the New York Knicks a few years ago while Carmelo was playing, he was really critical of Carmelo, wasn't treating him well, and LeBron didn't like that at all because y'all know that Carmelo's one of his dudes. So it's just like it's real shaky. So that's why, like I said, I got all this information from Undisputed. Shout out Skip and Shannon, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern. That's the best talk show on. That's the best sports talk show right now.
Right now, yeah.
I promise you. Bro. And I really want there to be like a joint episode where you just have Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith going toe to toe, because I promise you that'd be the funniest show.
Stephen A. is trash.
I don't enjoy watching Stephen A. anymore.
I will say these days I don't enjoy watching him as much anymore. Like, I think for First Take, the best thing they could have done with that show after they took Max Kellerman out, which they should have never did. But after them taking Max Kellerman out, the best thing that they did do was put Kendrick Perkins on there even more.
I Kendrick Perkins, yeah.
Kendrick Perkins is like that.
I hate that man too.
You said what?
I hate him too.
You hate Kendrick Perkins too? Can y'all believe Kendrick Perkins is the same age as LeBron?
You said a what?
Kendrick Perkins is the same age as LeBron.
Yeah, damn. Carry on.
Okay, yeah. Let me carry on. So again, before I move on to the next point, did y'all both say Russell Westbrook no next year, Lakers?
Hell no.
Is his contract over?
Nah, he has a 2-year contract, so he's contracted for next year. But I think, was it a player option, bomb? But he either has a player option or he can get himself out.
But he has the opportunity to leave this season.
Yeah.
I know that for sure.
He has, I think it's in his power. It's definitely in his power to leave. I'm not sure what the exact terminology of it is. I don't know if it's an opt-out player option or whatever, but he has the power to leave if he wants to.
Nobody wants him. That's the issue. Nobody. So we're not going to get a trade, and if we do, it's going to be for crumbs because nobody wants him.
Houston wants him. I promise you, I'll go watch Russell Westbrook and Houston Rockets.
Go back to the Rockets. Come on now, they don't want him.
He has a player option after this season.
At this point of his career, if again, like Kenny said, if there's really nobody that wants Russell Westbrook because of his play, then at this point in his career, because he's like 33, 32, he needs to go join a young team and try to help elevate that young team into a future playoff juggernaut, because he's no longer he's no longer a guy that can impact. He's no longer a guy that can impact the basketball game in a positive way, and if he does, it's only for about 5 to 10 minutes. And
that man's from LA. They boo him every night.
Facts.
And I think that's the thing with him too. Like, I feel like he loves LA so much, like the focus is there, and that's why he refuses to listen. But man, come on.
Facts. But okay. So my next topic, while we on the Lakers, I'm gonna talk about LeBron. So LeBron, 2 back-to-back 50 points game. He sat out the game that they lost against the Spurs. So he had 56 against the Rockets. 56 points against the Rockets and 50 points. You said what?
Didn't they lose against the Rockets too?
Okay. I'm remembering that wrong, bro. He had 56 points against But they won the game. Hold on, bro.
They beat the Wizards. I know that.
They beat the Wizards. I thought that was his 50-point game.
That was his
That was-
50 point.
that was yesterday.
That was 50 point for sure. I don't know about the other one though.
50 points over the Wizards. And then 56 points over. Yeah, it was the Rockets. No. The Warriors. It was the Warriors.
56 on the Warriors. Okay.
56 on the Warriors, 50 points on the Wizards. So back-to-back 50 points game. My first question for y'all is, I already know what my answer is, so I'm not going to answer this question. My first question for y'all is LeBron still the greatest player the league has ever seen? Is LeBron still the best player? Let me not say the league has ever seen, because of course we're all going to call him the GOAT. Let's say this. Is he still the best NBA player in today's league?
No.
Is he still number one in the league?
Is he still number one in the league? Even
Oh, that's a toughie.
look, I got my answer and I'm ready to argue it, but Bamba's saying no.
It's not clear cut. It's clear cut as it used to be. Honestly,
It's not.
It used
It's
to
really not.
it used to be an obvious yes, but now it's.
I think the reason it's not an obvious yes now is because even though he's been playing exceptional this whole year, he has lost the ability to elevate the team himself. Because I don't care how bad this Lakers team is, they still look better on paper than the 2018 Cavaliers. With your starting five was George Hill, J.R. Smith, LeBron James, who was it? Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye and Tristan Thompson. He got that team all the way to the finals, bro, and shitted on the Raptors that year. Like, that's why I think it's not as obvious as it is. I'm going to say, while Kenny's thinking about it, I'm going to say yes. Of course, I'm going to say yes, because at the age of 37, he is still as dominant as he is, no matter, and he's been playing some of his best basketball with a nagging knee injury. So he's been able to push through that at 37 years old. I've been watching the games and watching all the highlights. This man still elevates. This man still runs the floor. This man still has court vision. Even though his assists are down this year, we all know the reason why his assists are down this year, because he has to elevate more in scoring, with Anthony Davis being out and Russell Westbrook bring a train wreck. And then it seems like all the other role players literally only have a span of hot games for like 2 games, and then they hot garbage for the next 10. So I think LeBron, and again, this also proves his point. This man said years ago when he got traded to Miami, when he went to Miami, he did an interview where he stated that he could lead the league in scoring whenever he wanted to. He could score 40 plus whenever he wanted to. That's just not his game. And then we see him doing this. He is 0.04 above Joel Embiid right now. So now he is the leading in scoring in the league. So again, he's just proven his point. And it's funny that he's proven his point at 37 years old, that he can take over when he wants to. He can score 40 plus when he wants to. He can lead the league in scoring if he wants to, you know. And so that's why I'm gonna say greatest on the court today, because right now, because there's really, yes, he has bad shooting games, but again, he's 37, so of course his game has evolved more into the shooting aspect than it has, before, where he was, driving 24/7. He can't do that anymore. I mean, he can push himself to do that when the time is right, but he physically cannot do that every single rip anymore. But how his game has evolved into complete perfection, not only, he still is the best driver of the basketball. I mean, you got Giannis, but I'm saying LeBron is definitely still the best finisher, the best finisher in the paint. This man has the fadeaway game on lock.
I'm sorry.
This man has the 3-point game on lock. This man can make it this man is efficient from every single spot on the floor. And I will say even including the logo. So that's just me. That's why I'm going to say he's still number one. Go ahead, Bamba.
No, I mean, I wanted to see what Kenny had to say first before I come back because I gave you my answer. I said no, clearly.
So I'm saying LeBron is still the all-around best player when it comes to scoring, defense, passing, and shooting.
Doesn't that make you the best player?
Not necessarily.
Why doesn't it? Why doesn't all around? If you are the best,
First of all, I don't even agree with that all around. But go ahead.
if he's the best all around. What
You don't agree with that, Baba?
I said I don't agree with that all around, but go ahead with your point.
If you are claiming him as the best all around, how does that not make him the best? I hate that.
That point makes sense. What Carlos saying makes sense.
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
He's the only player that can do all of that efficiently. But when it comes to driving the basketball and defending, Giannis is probably better than him in both of those categories.
I would say defending, yes. Driving the basketball, I would say they're pretty equal. Because, again, he is like leading the league in scoring currently. When he isn't leading the league, he's easily top 3, top 2. And have you not seen this man driving the basketball this year? Have you not seen? There's nobody, no matter how big or how small, has been able to stop him. That's what LeBron said.
The same thing goes for Giannis.
That's what I didn't say Giannis was better. I just said that. I literally just said that they were the same when it comes to that aspect. And then if you take shooting, LeBron is hands down better shooting than Giannis. Even though this man Giannis is slowly every year increases his shooting percentage. And it kills me because once that man becomes a consistent, efficient shooter, none of us have to watch basketball ever again. We don't.
What about Kevin Durant?
What about bitch boy Durant?
When it comes,
I ain't gonna lie, he just put up 53 today.
When it comes to shooting, he's definitely a better shooter than LeBron. Defense, LeBron is a better defender. Driving again is pretty even.
Between KD and Bron?
LeBron's not dunking on niggas like you think he is. He's not dunking on niggas like that. He's dunking on fast break, but he's not posterizing niggas no more like that, which Giannis is doing consistently. I don't know. I can't say if he's the best right now. I will say that if he's tied for the best with Giannis. I can't say he's the clear undisputed number 1 right now.
Respectable. Each is on.
My turn.
Fuck you.
Because I'm the black Skip Bayless. Anyway. But hear me out though. Here's why I don't agree. I think that this year definitely confirmed that, to me at least, that Bron is the GOAT. Without a doubt. It's fair what you said that, he could turn it on. Like he said, he could score the way he wants to if he wanted to. He's proven that this year. But not fully. Because I've seen a lot of Lakers games and I've not seen Bron being great through all of them.
I feel you. I even started with my argument. I said he's had some bad shooting nights. He definitely has. He went 1
I'm not even just saying bad shooting nights. I've seen before AD, for example, went back when it fell to his knee injury. I've seen the game where both AD and Bron were just
terrible,
all over the place. And for some reason, it's the player we were talking about earlier that held them together a little bit that game. But Bron's longevity, for sure, you gotta give him that. He's still being present. He's still in the conversation, and that's why I'm giving him greatest of all time. But this year, it's just been so many players that have proven. And really, if you take your time and look at LeBron, look at him on defense. For example, before Anthony Davis fell to his injury, the game that he was injured, I've seen a play where Bron is in the middle. You had AD, he had to run from the top 3-point line, go back, box out for the rebound, run back, and Bron was in the middle. So basically, AD had to go all around. And really, I'm like, we had a conversation, me and my friend about that. And I'm like, hold on. Really take your time, sit down and look at the game. Bron does a lot of that. It's true that he has those selective plays where he'll go and block you and all of that. And I feel like that's why it's very much so present that, Bron is here on defense.
Right.
But he also, there's been key moments where he's been a liability on defense because he doesn't do much like he used to.
Right, because he can't just turn and cut the corner like he used to at all. You feel me?
No,
He can, but he's gonna sit out the next game and through to knee sore.
yeah, that's the thing. You know, he's a little older and all that, and all of that it affects it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I admire this man because of how he's playing. Like the Lakers without him, ass. With him, ass with a diamond in it. But
he said I got a butt plug.
but no, hear me out though. Like, no, for real. Like, Bron been present, but this year you got Giannis, you got KD. It's true that KD maybe he might not be that present defensively, but his offense, just how much he weighs, you got to give him that. Giannis, offensively, defensively, the one thing that you can like complain about him is his shooting. And this year, he's had his moment too. You know what I'm saying? So he's been present. It's just more people that are rising to the top. It's just like LeBron is so much older. I don't think that it's fair to those other players right now to put him at the top. He has not been playing. He has not been performing at that same level where I can just ignore all of them and just put him on there.
Facts. Okay, that's respectable. All right, bet. So Kenny has him tied with Giannis. I have him as the greatest in today, and you're saying no, not at all.
I think greatest of all time, but not the best this season. No.
So he's still the greatest of all time. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted now.
So
he's just not the greatest
this season.
He's not having the best season. I'll say that.
So if he's not the greatest, could y'all at least put him in top 3, top 5?
Oh yeah. I ain't crazy now.
Okay. I just okay. So let me go ahead and move on to the next topic. I got 2 more. This topic, we're gonna be talking about the MVP race in the NBA so far. So right now, this is the most updated because today is March the 13th. The last update was on the 11th. So as far as MVP race, number 1, we got Nikola Jokic.
Is Jokic really hooping like that? He's number 1.
Season stats: 26 points per game, 13.8 rebounds, and 7.9 assists.
Is he going back to back?
You said what?
Jokic's gonna go back to back.
He might. Joel Embiid is number 2, but he's tied for number 2. He's standing at 29.7 points per game, 11.2 rebounds per game, 4.3 assists. Tied with Joel Embiid at number 2 is Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's also averaging 29.7, 11.5 rebounds per game, and 6.0 assists. Number 4, we got Ja Morant. 27.5 points per game, 5.8 rebounds per game, 6.7 assists per game. DeMar DeRozan is at number 5. He's averaging 28.1, 5.4 rebounds, 5.1 assists. And then you got the next 5. Jason Tatum sitting at number 6. Luka Doncic sitting at number 6. Jason Tatum sitting at number 6.
He's been hooping, bro.
Last week he was unranked. Luka Doncic is sitting at number 7. Last week he was number 6. Stephen Curry is sitting at number 8. He was number 8 last week. Devin Booker is sitting at number 9. Number 7, he was sitting at number 7 last week. And then Chris Paul is sitting at 10. And he was also sitting at number 9 last week. So again,
Chris Paul has not been playing.
Say that again?
I said, and Chris Paul has not been playing, right?
And he's number 10 on the MVP ladder race. So out of these 10 people, who do you oh wait, hold on. They're giving me an honorable mention list. So you got Kevin Durant, Rudy Gobert, James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, Carl Anthony Towns.
Breaking news.
We just had a breaking news moment. That was the first one.
Tom Brady just reneged on his retirement.
You are fucking lying.
Tom Brady's coming back.
Let me guess. Where is he headed?
He's coming back to the Bucks.
Oh shit.
They flopped.
Yeah.
They flopped. Breaking Buccaneers QB announces I'm coming back for 23rd season. He literally just told his family fuck them. So as we got, I'm gonna read it. Just a quick little intermission.
Wait. I'm about to read the tweet. I'm gonna read the tweet. These past 2 months, I realized my place is still on the field and not in the stands. That time will come, but it's not now. I love my teammates and I love my supportive family. They make it all possible. I'm coming back for my 23rd season in Tampa. Unfinished business. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. I ain't gonna lie to you, fuck Tom Brady, because I do hate him. But hey, it's like when you looked at how Tom Brady was playing last year, the man's 44, yes, but he didn't look like it.
He was still one of the top-rated quarterbacks.
Didn't he have the most touchdowns? He had the most touchdown passes.
This man is NFL LeBron. That's all it is.
NFL LeBron, and it's going to be easier for him because he's so efficient, but he don't have to do shit other than throw the fucking football, bro. Like, that's literally it, and that's what niggas hate Tom Brady, bro. Niggas really hate Tom Brady. But quick little intermission. Thank you for the breaking news, Kenny. All right, going back. So out of all the names I just named, focus more on the top 10s and the honorable mentions. They got Rudy Gobert and James Harden on the honorable mention.
Rudy Gobert.
Like, okay. But for the top 10, who do y'all think is going to be the winner of the MVP at the end of the season? Let me go first since I already got my answer. Ja Morant for MVP, bro. I want to see it. I want to see it. If D Rose can rob an MVP from LeBron James, averaging the same thing, so can Ja Morant rob it for whoever.
The Bulls were the number 1 seed in the league with the Miami Heat. I don't want to hear it.
They were still a good team without Derrick Rose.
No, they weren't.
They were actually.
They were not.
They actually were.
You remember who the center was, Carlo?
Joakim Noah, who was actually in the prime of his career. Joakim Noah, who was actually in the prime of his
player
career.
of the year. That man could not give you shit in offense. Do you remember that?
multiple DPOY. And,
DPOY.
And
that man legit would be like this.
Who's been our most recent DPOY? Rudy Gobert. You gonna tell me Rudy Gobert was better than Joakim Noah in his prime?
Yes.
Better than Joakim Noah in his prime?
Yes.
Better than Joakim Noah in his prime?
I would listen.
Stop it. Now you
listen.
getting too far. You going too far.
Hold on.
You saying Joakim Noah is better than Rudy Gobert?
Everybody hoops on Rudy Gobert. Everybody. At least Joakim Noah wasn't a little bitch like Rudy is.
Here's what you forget, though. The difference between Joakim Noah and Rudy Gobert was only in character. Joakim Noah didn't have shit for nobody. You would come at him, he would even fight you in the game. Rudy Gobert is very calm. Defensive-wise, I do not think he's a defensive player of the year. But he can get something on offense. Like, he's balanced of offense, defense. Joakim Noah, come on, man.
Look. We're gonna save this on another day. Kenny, I got you. Joakim Noah versus Rudy Gobert. That's gonna be a debate for another day. But let's stay on topic so we can get to the end of this. But the question was, if y'all forgot, who do y'all think gonna be MVP out of the 10 players I named that's in the MVP race right now?
As far as who I want, I agree with you, but I'm out to go with Giannis. I think Giannis is gonna win it again. Would
Giannis, if Giannis won, no, because Nikola Jokic won last year, right?
Yeah, but Giannis before.
Yeah.
I want Embiid to win. I want Embiid. Can we talk about the similarities between Embiid and Giannis? They're like the same people at different positions.
I would say kind of. I feel like Giannis has more hustle to his game, and Giannis has more durability. I would say that.
That's just because Embiid's bigger. And, big men, it's hard for big men.
But even as he's bigger, he's more efficient shooting from the fit. Like, I saw this quote that Kevin.
No, what I mean by that is a work ethic. Like Embiid is working on his jumper. He's been putting in work with that jumper. Yeah. When Giannis found out that people was fouling him on purpose because he couldn't shoot free throws, that man got in the lab and he fixed them free throws. Embiid, those are the two people in the league that I can say are constantly trying to get better every year.
I'll say that. And it's been, like I said, it's the only thing that separates them is the durability aspect, because Giannis has had good durability to where he hasn't had to sit out in lengths of time like Joel Embiid has. But as far as their work ethic, they definitely do work on that game. I would say, as far as all around, I would say Joel Embiid is just a bit better because, like I said, he's just that efficient shooting from outside, from three. That man been hitting the James Harden step back. That man been hitting fadeaways. That man's been he's been pulling up on fast breaks, bro. You're 7-1. You don't need to pull up on a fast break. What are you doing? But he's making them. He's making them hoes. So
you know what else they got in common? Anytime they meet AD, they bully him.
I ain't gonna lie to you. The last time Joel Embiid played AD put like 34 on his head.
Did he?
What was that? AD put some numbers on Joel Embiid's head the last time he played. I got.
Didn't beat that though.
You said what?
Didn't Embiid have like 50 that game?
I don't think so.
I think he did.
It's okay. I'll fact check.
We'll fact check it out.
I'll fact check. So I got Morant, Bamba, you said Giannis, and Kenny says Joel Embiid.
I want Joel Embiid to get it.
Y'all want to do a little wager?
No.
I'm down. You know I'm always down.
I was it, Kenny, bro. Can you have fun for once?
I'm a law student.
What does that mean? Okay, again. So I'm gonna do. We gonna do the wager. So just the person whose MVP wins gets $5 from the other two people. So we essentially are betting $5, and the winner gets.
I say the other two people. I'm not wagering.
Kenny, bro, it's $5.
$1.
Not the Clark Kenny, bro. He's something else, bro. He be getting on my nerves, bro.
Why y'all can't just have a 1v1 wager?
Because it's not only.
You know I'll win.
All right, stop it. Stop it.
$20. Come on, $20 wager. Come on.
Stop it. Stop it.
Wager, come on. $30 wager. Come on. $30
Okay.
wager. Come on.
On January 27th, Anthony Davis had 31 points. Joel Embiid had 26.
On his head.
Who won?
I'm pretty sure. I think that was one of the Lakers win, but because I remember they was talking about
76ers whooped their ass, 105-87.
Never mind. Hey. But AD won that matchup.
When is the last time the Lakers won against a tough opponent?
And you know what's crazy too?
They beat the Warriors like a few games ago.
You see who else beat the Warriors? Everybody else.
Okay, they're also number 2 in the West.
Yeah, but without Draymond Green,
Klay Thompson just put 38 points up.
And the reason why it was such a big deal is because he's been asked this past day.
I mean, can he get his bear? It's gonna take him like 6-7 months to get his
We
bear.
understand that.
That man was out for 2.5 years.
No, we understand that. I understand that. But as a result of that, the team is ass. Because you gotta force him into the lineup. They have no chemistry.
I didn't know
it ain't working.
Number 2 in the West makes you ass. I really didn't know that.
Did you forget about that start? When did they start losing?
I feel that they're still, even with them losing, they still have been able to maintain.
Because they had a crazy ass start when Draymond Green was in the lineup and Jordan Poole was being all crazy and shit, and Klay Thompson was watching on the sideline.
I just want us to stop getting comfortable with calling teams ass. They've been playing ass as of late, yes, but they are number 2 in the West.
When I say they've been ass, it means they've been playing.
You can't say that about number 2.
I'm African, damn it. I understand my English.
Bro, fuck Bamba, bro.
I'm African, damn it.
So, my last thing that I want to touch on in the sports segment, we are in a league of duos. We know we're in a league of duos. But it feels like a lot of duos are being put in the spotlight nowadays just for their good chemistry and good play. So I want y'all to put y'all top 5 NBA duos together.
Top 5?
Top 5.
Separate list?
Separate list.
Oh my God.
Are we doing all time or right now? Right now, right?
Right, yeah, in the league right now,
That's-
top
that-
5
that's-
NBA duo.
That's why I had started. If you had changed it to all time, would have been bad.
So I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes just to think on that.
Mhm.
I'll cut this out in the editing portion.
Duos?
All right, I'm done cheating.
You said what, nigga?
This man Google top duos.
I have to look at the duos. My brain, the way it works, I would not remember shit.
I'm gonna just say right now, I have an honorable mention, and it's Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. Yes, they have not played together this year, but I can just imagine. It all depends on how well this man Jamal Murray comes back from his ACL injury. Because yes, it was an ACL, but we're in 2022 now. There's been technology to help players come back better from ACLs. Just look at DeJounte Murray, first All-Star game, and it was well-deserved. And that was after tearing his ACL, how good he's been playing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the Warriors are not number 2 in the West anymore.
Where they at? Number 3? What'd you say?
They're number 3, and they're 4 and 6 in the last 10 games.
Last 10 games, because they've been playing ass, like Bamba said.
The Wolves are number 7.
You said the Timberwolves?
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards. That man, Pat Bev said he could beat MJ. I ain't gonna lie, this was a hard question for me too. It took me a couple.
It is, but I think I got my answer.
The Cavaliers are number 6 in the East.
Crazy. We coming back up, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anything, so
Big Cavs. Big Cavs.
Oh, G.
Big Cavs. We on the rise, bro. I promise
All right,
you.
I got mine, I guess.
You ever try to just lose a game, Carlo? Like bad?
They are 3 and 7 in their last 10 games.
Yeah, but the last game they played, did they not just?
Bamba, bro, why you fucking hating, bro?
Jared Allen is also hurt. I had to drop him on my fantasy. I mean, Jared Allen's gonna be gone for the rest of the season.
All right, who wanna start it off?
All right, let me go here. Get mine out the way.
All right, bet.
Probably gonna be the worst. So, are we doing it in order, or does it not matter?
It doesn't. You can go in order or not, or I'm going in order. So I'm gonna go from 5 to 1.
All right, so I'm gonna try to go in order. So starting at number 5, I'm gonna have to put there Jimmy Butler and Kyle Lowry.
Okay.
We're doing this season. At number 4, I'm gonna put no, that's not the one. I'm gonna put Bron and AD at number 4.
Okay. Still got hope.
Number 3, Zach LaVine, DeRozan. Oh shit! Oh my bad. I apologize. Remove the Lakers. My bad.
Okay.
Number 4, I got Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan.
Who is your 5 again?
My 5 was Jimmy Butler and Kyle Lowry.
All right.
Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry. Number 4, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan. Number 3, I'm gonna put James Harden and Embiid.
Okay.
Number 2, Chris Paul and D Book.
Okay.
And number one, I'm gonna have to go with KD and Kyrie. Sorry.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go next. So, Yo 5. To remind everybody of what Bamba's 5 was, he had Jimmy Butler and Kyle Lowry at number 5, Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan at number 4, James Harden and Joel Embiid at number 3, Chris Paul and D Book at number 2, and KD and Kyrie at number 1. My 5. So at number 5, I got James Harden and Joel Embiid. Even though they look really good on the court together, the Nets embarrassed them. And so again, they gotta prove that they can win big games. That was without Ben Simmons too, and Seth Curry had 24 points. Yeah. So they need to prove themselves in those games before I can rank them higher than 5. But I'm gonna give them at least a respect of 5 of what they've shown us so far. And yeah, they can definitely be a scary pick and roll pair. Number 4, I got Giannis and Chris Middleton. You know, we haven't seen too much from the Bucks, but we still know they're a good, solid team. And when those two are on, Chris Middleton's had a down shooting year, but when those two are on, they are really on. And so
you haven't seen much from the Bucks?
No, not really.
You're number 2 in the East.
They've been doing good. That's why I was about to say, even Middleton been doing good too.
I'm saying lately, but there was a point where they were stuck at number 5 in the league. So number 3, I got DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine. Bulls still a good, solid team this year. DeMar DeRozan, his scoring has gone down slightly, but he's still on a tear. Zach LaVine definitely still helping him with that. Right. Number 2, I got – bro, who did I just say, bro? Number 2, I got Chris Paul and Devin Booker. Number 1 in the Western Conference, you know, point guard with Devin Booker, they're still solid. Still solid, like enough to hold that spot in the Western Conference with all those dangerous teams over there. And then number 1, definitely got Kyrie and KD. Again, Kyrie's a part-time player, but I can only imagine full-time. This man comes on the court. He scored, 50 on like 72% shooting?
I'm saying.
Like, bro, like Kyrie again. So, Bamba, if you didn't notice, I know Kenny noticed. Anybody who ever asks who's my favorite player in the NBA, I always put LeBron and Kyrie tied. One, because that's my favorite duo of all time. Of all time, that's my favorite duo. But Kyrie's just another player, bro. Like, to me, the best handles the league has ever seen, for sure. And just the best finisher at the rim at 6'3", bro. Like, that man is able to create his own shots with his handles and get to the basket just on his own accord. And he can do that on a very high percentage when he wants to. And so that's why I'm at. And then KD, that just speaks for itself. To me, number 2 player in the league. He's definitely top 5 all time. You know, that's just a recipe for disaster right there.
KD's top 5 all time.
You said what?
You say KD's top 5 all time?
I'm going to definitely give him top 5 all time. For me, I'm going to give him top 5 all time. That's Kevin Durant, bro.
All right.
I'm sorry, I can't. In his face.
That's Kevin Durant, bro. I'm sorry. What's his name? Everybody on your top 5 list, KD's doing it too. What did LeBron say when he went back to Cleveland and they asked him, "How do you guard KD?" The same way you guard me. You can't. Why do people always try to say KD is better than Bron? Like these past few years, it's uncomparable. The shit that man done. He does have the weakest move in sports history by going to the Golden State Warriors, going to a 73-9. That is. But again, even though that was weakest move, he was Finals MVP both those finals. Finals MVP both those finals.
All I'm gonna say is everybody in the top 5 all time is unguardable. So I'm just leaving it at that.
You said what?
Everybody in anybody's top 5 all time is unguardable. So I'm just leaving it at that.
Name somebody in your top 5.
LeBron James.
Name somebody else in your top 5.
Wilt Chamberlain. He said, "Name somebody else."
See, no, hell no.
What to say?
Will Chamberlain was getting bitched by Bill Russell. Stop it. Will Chamberlain was getting bitched by Bill Russell. Both of y'all know that.
I don't know about getting
There's a reason why Bill Russell, while Will Chamberlain was playing, was still winning NBA Finals.
I don't know if that makes him unguardable. I mean, guardable, but all right.
It does make him guardable because Bill Russell was doing it to him.
But okay, but
Next person.
Will Chamberlain
Still haven't even named your top 5.
Will Chamberlain has the all-time record for 50-point games. You think Bill Russell ain't seen none of those?
I understand that.
All right then.
He was guardable.
All right then. All right then.
He was guardable at times.
All
He was
right
guardable at times.
All
He was
right
guardable
then.
at times. He was guardable.
Moving on.
He was guardable at times.
Moving on.
Right.
So at number 5, I'm gonna go with this is such a hard topic. Like,
That's why I gave you a week in advance.
I don't like this question. At number 5, I'm gonna go with Chris Paul and Devin Booker.
Okay.
At number 4, I'm gonna go with at number 4, I'm gonna go with James Harden and Embiid, just because they haven't had enough time to build chemistry together.
Facts.
At number 3, I'm gonna go with Zach and DeMar DeRozan.
But
At number 2, I'm going Giannis and Middleton for number 2. And number 1, I got to go Kyrie and KD. It's OD. It's too much.
Understood. All right, so to remind everybody of Kenny's list, for 5, he had Chris Paul, Devin Booker. 4, he had Harden and Embiid. 3, he had Zach and DeRozan. 2, he had Giannis and Middleton. And 1, he had Kyrie and KD. So y'all can see the consensus that everybody on the same convo thinks that Kyrie and KD are the best duo.
They have been playing the best because the Nets are 8th in the East.
Yeah, no, it's just, and I think that KD's been injured. And he just came back off an injury. Kyrie is a part-time player. Ben Simmons, nobody knows what the timetable for that is. The only true hooper that I've seen so far, the real duo in Brooklyn is Steph Curry and Patty Mills, and that's all I got to say.
Steph Curry just got there.
Again, the most true duo, Steph Curry and Patty Mills.
It's Patty Mills and Bruce Brown.
That's accurate. Okay, last question before I turn it over to Bamba for anime. Out of all your duos, who's a shoe-in for the finals?
Who's a what?
Who's a shoe-in? Who's a definite for the NBA finals?
I think. Okay. Oh, definite.
A definite. Who are you say out of the duos that on your top 5? Who you say is a definite to get to the NBA Finals right now?
This might shock y'all, but I'm gonna have to say.
And you can also go with if Kyrie is able to play full time.
See, he's not even on my top 5 though. That's somebody on y'all top 5. That's crazy.
You said KD and Kyrie for number 1.
You did say KD.
Because I wasn't even thinking about them.
Huh?
Wait, what?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm serious.
I'm confused.
Kenny.
No, I'm confused. I'm so confused right now.
You said
who is guaranteed to make it to the finals this year?
Yeah, off your top 5 list. You put
KD. That's what I'm saying. That's the thing. That's what I was saying. The answer I was thinking is not on my top 5. That's where I messed up.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, who are you thinking about if it's not on your top 5?
Giannis and Middleton.
You definitely didn't put them on your top 5.
Yeah, it was on Kenny's or one of y'all's top 5.
It was on both of us. Mine was I think I put Giannis and Middleton at number 3, and Kenny put them at number 2.
Because
Okay.
you gotta think. Don't just think of the 2 players that you're thinking about. Think about the whole team.
No, it's respectable. That was going to be my answer. I think I think the Bucks are going to go back to back. I really think they're going back to back.
Yeah, West though, I really can't give – the West is hard for me to give you an answer, but the East, I can't say that easy.
The West is hard. No, go ahead. What'd you say, Kenny?
DeMar and Zach.
DeMar, you going to believe that. You going to hope for it, but you know it's not going to happen. You know it. They have a better shot now, especially DeMar, because he doesn't have to go against LeBron this year in the playoffs. But
DeMar, that's why they're going to make it. That's exactly why they're going to make it.
Bro, DeMar should be a Laker, bro, but I don't want to get into that. So Kenny saying DeMar DeRozan, and me and DeMar DeRozan and Zach, and then me and Bomber are going to stick with Giannis and Middleton. All righty. Well, that's all I have for sports. And it was exciting today. Got to talk about a lot of NBA and Tom Brady. Oh, my God.
That's crazy, bro. That is crazy to me.
But Kenny already knew that, though. Kenny said he was not retiring. Like, fuck Tom Brady, bro.
That's wild.
Let Ben need to come out of retirement.
No, he doesn't.
No, he does. No, he don't.
Yeah. You gotta be able to in order to go out of it.
Ben gonna be walking like y'all see that video of Dirk Nowitzki at the All-Star game and how he was walking out to the front of the tunnel. He gonna be walking like Dirk was walking like he been playing basketball forever. Let me tell you, that man was walking like his knees was terrible. But all right, thank y'all for joining me for the sports segment. We'll be right back with the anime segment.